Greetings, this is This and I'm Me, and it just goes to show how much this game has changed when I don't even like get my notes set up and ready at the start of the day anymore. Whoops, I mean at the start of the recording. Am I sprinting? Oh yeah, I guess that is sprinting. I just go for it, you know, and if we have notes to take down or whatnot, we'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. This is interesting. It looks like the coins did come back. Maybe it's going to be a complete waste because they're not going to come back next time. And so why am I taking them all right now if I end up not using them? But we're going to find out. We are going to find out. But it looked like they came back. And so if you could just have them every day and then they'll respawn the next day, that's really cool. It's like more allowance, except you just have to go and collect it. But I don't know if that's really how it's going to work. But I mean, I think if and when we end up needing the money, we can find ways to get money on whichever day, whatever time, whatever place, you know? It happens. Are we going Schoolhouse again? Are we really doing this? So last time... Okay, fine. We'll do it. No dig spot in here today. Last time I opened up the last of the 2 safes that I know about. So I don't even know what to do today. So yeah, Schoolhouse, whatever. Go for it. Do I have any... Blessing of the General is just not going to happen. What is this for? After you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5... Yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay. Yeah, so I don't even know where we're going today with anything. I'm just hoping to continue to find new stuff and to continue to learn things. We have extra steps from the sauna, but honestly, I have no clue how this is going to go. Seeing as they're all corner rooms anyway, I really wanted to do library because maybe we'd be able to draft the bookshop and I could buy a book with all the money I have, yada, yada, yada. But I guess we should just go parlor because I might not even be able to draft the stuff that the library has chaining off of it if I don't have enough gems. So, okay, fine. We'll get the gems first and then we'll do everything else later. The gems are in the black box. The gems are not in this box. The statements on the other 2 boxes are true. See? These ones are easy. Easy to immediately eliminate. The statement on the other 2 boxes are true, and if this is true, then that means all 3 boxes are true boxes, which is not possible. So we know that it is impossible for this box to be true. And this is one statement. So it all goes together. So... the statement on the other 2 boxes are true is not true. Which means I think that at least one of these has to be false. But yeah, because one of them has to be true because we still do need a true box. So one of you is true, one of you is false. If the gems are not in this box is false, then that would mean that they are in this box. But that would leave this as our true box. The gems are in the black box. They can't be because I already said that they were in this box. So that would mean that we probably want to assume that this box is also false. I mean, is true. The gems are not in this box. So false box, true box, the box are the... You know what I'm saying? And then this one is false. The gems are in the black box. That's false. Because I assumed this box was true, right? The gems are not in this box. So if they're not in this one, and they're not in that one, then they're in this one. But I'm getting tongue twisters just from... Oh, did I open up enough? That's so silly. That they did it that way. But I was getting tongue twisters just from trying to read those things. So I was hoping that that was the answer and I could stop. You've been awarded a logical trophy for winning 40 parlor games. Nice. Cool. Okay. Well, let's move on now. This is weird. I guess don't waste the pathing because it's just a looping around pathing anyway. Let's try and get some things from the storeroom. This is seeming like it's not going to be a good day right from the start. The pathing is so weird immediately that my hopes they're low. I should have gotten the hovel because I had extra steps. I should have, but the classroom is like the only thing that we haven't utilized yet. Or the schoolroom. I'm not going to draft that classroom though. It's in too weird of a spot. Let's try to still draft them in spots that make sense. Yeah, this spot makes sense. Okay, so we'll draft one here. I will quickly check for my apple and any other possible items. I don't see anything. I don't think I'd like to draft from that direction. Okay, let's draft down here. Okay. A classroom would have fit nicely here, but I guess I will take breakfast nook. It's always a good one. Okay, please load in. Thank you. Always a good one to have. And okay. Let's see how much progress we can make with this odd selection. Chapel is gonna be the best here. Okay, and now if I draft off of this room, if we want to get a classroom here, it will point up. I would assume. Doesn't look like it's gonna point up. Why'd you point it down? Okay, let's not be too hasty with the classrooms. We'll get them when we get them. I've always tried to speed run the classrooms, and I think that always ends poorly for me. We never have enough pathing options to get all the classrooms. So, okay. Let's go up out of the den. Okay. Yeah. Classroom here we can do. And that's grade 2, and there is an apple in there. I know I'm wasting my money, but like let's jump in here, go this way, and security's gonna cost me a gem, but I do think it is a good option. So let's hop into security. We're hopping everywhere today. Hopping in. Hop in by blitzers. A fruit and an ivory dice. The fruit is in the classroom. Low, confirm, offline mode, unlocked, confirm. Low, unlocked, exit. I think that's everything there. So is there a set of dice in here? Are there dice in here? Where did I leave the dice? Should I draft off of that room now while I'm in here? Like, would the classroom really have... I guess it could have dice. Yeah, I'd believe it. Okay, I'll draft here. Classroom here as well. Okay. So this is grade 3. Oh my god, there's a gem in here. Whoa. Now that I wouldn't have believed. I believe it now because it happened, but I wouldn't have thought. So should we go here? Or should we go off of the other one? I guess we can go here. Oh, okay. What is this? I do like library here. Yeah. Let's go library there, but don't go into it yet, and let's backtrack to the other one. I will not run out of steps today. I will not run out of steps today. I have extra. Don't do this to me. I have extra. Why does this classroom seem different today? Okay, there are the dice. It seems empty over here. Isn't there usually something over here? Maybe they configure it differently depending on which way you draft it. I don't know. This room really doesn't have much else in it. Okay, sure. Well then, next. Should I redraw? Or should I go kitchen? I kind of don't want to go kitchen because it costs a gem and I don't really need it. Okay. Drawing room also costs a gem, but at least it gives me the ability to redraw when I'm in there. But I think we can do better. Uh-oh. Try again? Courtyard. Oh, but it's not. Why isn't anything turned the right way? Like, I want something that has north and east pathing. The passageway does, but it's so many gems. I feel like it's not a good idea. Redraw again? Ugh. Okay. Redraw again. The rumpus room. Okay. We never get to get the rumpus room. And I know I talked about the workshop being important and focusing on getting items. And we totally could have done that today, but I went the schoolhouse route instead. Let's try this. It's not exactly the pathing I was looking for, but I did actually, like, I would have preferred east pathing rather than north pathing. So, you know, we'll kind of take it. We'll take it. And we get to hear another prophecy, although I have no clue what the prophecies are going to be like now that we have, like, done so many other things, you know? Like, is he still just going to be following along the same way that he always has? Mr. Alzara? Is this, like, I feel like this kind of, no, this is just like a coin slot, a ticket slot. It's not like a message. It's not like a map. Am I looking far too into things? Also, this dude bugs me so much. But the tile that he's on is obviously not significant, right? It just really seems like it would be. Whatever. Okay. I'd like to hear what you have to say, sir. Okay. He's got a long intro that we gotta wait all the way through. Da-ding.
As it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin.
Uh-huh. As you are.
Face to face with the great Alzara.
Now, I've never really taken comprehensive notes on these.
I suspect
It's just the way it is.
to look into your future.
Yeah. Oh, that's the general statue.
In the mist, I see a figure.
Isn't it?
Statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone. You will find yourself one day wandering these paths,
Wait, I will?
walking in the footsteps of the past.
Am I gonna go there for real? I thought I would just had this house. And that was it.
And waiting, searching for a shadow that will never be cast,
I'm at the tea house.
longing for
The tea house train station.
end,
Like,
the hours
oh my god.
pass.
Okay. 12:15.
What you have heard here has
That's
been
it? I feel like that was so much shorter than you normally do.
by the great Alzara.
12:15.
Until the dawn
T.
the following
Train.
day, I will have nothing more to say.
Oh my god. Okay, so the first thing that he showed me was this dude. So I kind of thought he was just showing me this dude because I have the blessing of the general right now. Or is it a huge coincidence? I don't know. And then it zooms in on the shield that clearly has a like sort of a pentagon looking symbol on it, kind of like Fenris. And then that turned into a top-down view of some pathways that had a whole bunch of, like, I don't know, things everywhere. And those things were also pentagon-shaped. So lots of Fenris, right? And he said that I'd go there. But then it shows us at, like, a train stop with T that makes me feel like it's like I'm trying to follow in my mother's footsteps and I'm trying to meet up. You know, like I'm trying to escape Fenris. I'm trying to meet up in the same way that the other people did who snuck out and got away. Because like previously, Simon and everyone else kind of thought that Marion Marigold was dead. But she's clearly not. I mean, she could have died after, but... So wouldn't Simon just be trying to get to her? Or no? I don't know. Okay, let's go for corridor here. I mean, he was obviously trying to at least meet up with someone, or like get the train or meet up with someone who knew something, you know? Okay, morning room. Here. Grab the stuff. Okay, gem. Oh, okay, and key for 233. Okay. And this way. They really just don't want to give me pathing today. Should I redraw now? Or abandon that last little corner? Okay, we'll abandon the corner. Oh, okay. Thank you. It didn't pop up, but I guess that's because I'd already collected one today. That was weird. And thank you for the mask. I don't think I've gotten any bedrooms yet. Okay. I haven't. So we have to backtrack all the way to the library. It's not good. That's not good at all, but it must be done. I have to go through the chapel again. Okay. Whatever. Just do it. Can I at least get a new classroom today? Even if I don't get all the classrooms, maybe I can get one new one? I don't think there are any new books for me to request. So I've been holding off in hopes that I can purchase a book and then check that one out. Why do I feel like there was something for me to check here last time? Like I was like, oh, the next time I go up there, I should check that again. I've already checked everything, right? Wait, what can't I pass up? Oh, the Mount Holly gift shop. Well, you know. Okay, there's an extra contraption written down. I'm missing 2 stamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Highest grade 5. Okay. We have to get to grade 6 today. We've got to get to grade 6. Okay. Da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun. Let's go this way. And let's go... Okay, classroom. There's no way I'm doing those other things. Those other options are terrible. Okay, so this one is the history one where we wrote down a ton of stuff. Like, I tried to really mark down all of what I could on these maps, like, in my notes as its own little map. But, well, not like the map part, because I had that somewhere else. But, like, all of these things. But I have no clue of its significance. None at all. Okay, I hope I didn't miss anything in that room. So the next classroom, I believe, has art And then the next one will be new. Okay, office goes down, but it uses 2 gems. Spare bedroom goes to the foundation, which is good. Bedroom, I don't really like bedroom as an option. Let's redraw again. Classroom that goes down is honestly not bad. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Art seems to be relatively the same as it was previously. And no additional items in here that I'm noticing right off the bat. Okay. So, something that, I don't know, is really helpful here would be the best. I don't need money. That's a dead end. That's a dead end. Redraw. I think we just take classroom here. I think that's the best option. If they could give me another gem, I'd love that. Ooh. Cool. Okay. Guys, we got to grade 6. Classroom puzzle. Can you find the difference? We know that already. History is penned by the victors. Oh, you're just gonna just blatantly state that. Okay. Not something I'd be too happy about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This crown only has 6 gems in it, and I have opened 6 safes. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So you're saying that this is history, not like astrology or something? Next slide. Wow, okay. Let's grab our apple. Grade 6. I don't really know what I'm looking at. Look at all the chairs. This is so fun and cute. Okay. History worksheet. Multiple choice. Who was the first crowned ruler of Fen Ares? Prince Learson, General Teskin, or Desolates the Fourth? I feel like it's Desolates the Fourth. Like, this is fun. I will take the quiz and then we'll see how I did. Okay, so I think it's C. 1C. Because I think Prince Learson is part of the fight, and General Teskin is part of the fight. So they wouldn't be... Oh, wait, no, Fen Ares. Oh, yeah, so Desolates the Fourth would be before it was Fen Ares. So it would either be Prince Learson or General Teskin. I guess Prince Learson? I don't know, this is a really hard question. I don't have a clue. I read the book like twice and took notes on it, but I don't remember. Which city in Fen Ares is named after a historical figure? Fen, Oris, or Reddington? Fen? I feel like there's a Fen. A? I don't know. Isn't that the obvious answer? Like, that's too easy. How many sons did the 4th king of Arindia have? 60 and 6? What? What? I believe the answer is how many sons would be 2. I believe he had 3 children. 2 sons and a daughter? Definitely not 8 and definitely not 5. That's too many. So I would have said either 2 or 3 or 1. I feel like it's 2. I'm answering all A. This is definitely wrong. How long did the War of the Fifth Era last? 6 years, 12 years, 22 years, or the entire era? I believe it lasted either 12 or 22. Because I kind of almost wanted to say 11. I'm going to say 22. And then which realm did not ally with Fen Ares during the war? Arch Ares, Eraja, or Nuance? I would assume that it's Eraja because I think they've got a bad rap, you know, when it comes to Fen Ares. But if not, I would say Nuance. It's definitely not Arch Ares. I think Nuance did side with them. What flag was forbidden to be flown at full staff after the war? the black flag, maybe? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in my notes and see if I had good enough note-taking to answer the questions any better. Let's see. Because then we can also find the holes in our notes. You know? The History of Arindia by Caleb Manning. So Caleb, I think, is not in support, though. Oh, right, that's why the whole book was redacted. Okay. Let's see. First King, Oris, expansion, New Kingdom Born. Okay, Second Era, Fourth King of Arindia. Yeah, split into 3 equal shares, to the eldest, blah, 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 to the middle, blah, 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 and to the youngest, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I definitely say 2 sons. Third Era, we don't really know. Fourth Era, we don't really know. But Fourth Era is King Desolates the Third. Okay. Fifth Era, Era of Ruin, passing of King Desolates the Third, Prince of Learson of Fen declared himself true monarch. First crowned ruler of Fen Ares. I don't think that's what they're talking about. It's difficult because my notes are all redacted because I've only gotten to read the redacted book. Fen Ares, Arch Ares, Araja, Desolates the Fourth, redacted. Fensurrection. General of Northern Regiment joined forces with Prince Learson and Arch Ares and Nuance. Yeah, so it would be Araja that did not join forces. War of the Fifth Era, 22 years. Got that right. Prince died, Oris fallen, black flags burned. Yeah. I mean, I think I got most of the questions right. Black flag, I think, is correct. Araja, I think, is correct. 22 years, I think, is correct. 2 sons, I think, is correct. I just don't know about the first 2. The city and the first crown ruler, because I'm not really sure about the timeline of all that. Okay. Well, let's try and see how other people did. Chris, history worksheet multiple choice. Who was the first crowned ruler of Fen Ares? Prince Learson. Oris. 2, 12, Arch Ares, black flag. 50%. So if we know that they got 6 correct and 3 correct, and we know that they got 5 wrong and 4 wrong, then out of 1 and 2, one of those is right and one of those is wrong. Okay. Wait, was there other words on there? No. Okay. Noah W. 4 out of 6. That's better. They said B, and then C, and then 2, 22, Arch Ares, black flag. So they only got 2 wrong. We know that number 5 is wrong. So either 1 or 2 is wrong. Okay. 4 out of 6 for Richard R. Who was the first crown ruler of Fen Ares? Which city? 2. Entire era. Okay, they also only got 2 wrong. But they got number 4 wrong. So out of the first 2, they got a different one wrong. But so out of the first 2, if only one of those is wrong, I'm so confused. And then this person, out of the first 2, only one of those is wrong. Oh no, what? They have B and C, and they have C and B. Yeah, you know, is the mathing or what? Cole Forja. Also 4 out of 6. Gosh, this teacher is not doing a very good job. Who was the first crown ruler? Okay, which city? How many sons? How long did the war last? Which realm did not ally? Flag was forbidden. So, 6 is correct, 5 is correct, 4 is correct. Out of 1, 2, and 3, one of those is right. And we know it's not 3. So out of 1 and 2, one of those is right. Okay, I gotta start writing this down. So number 1 is B or C. And number 1 is B or something. Number 2 is C or something. So it's like B or C. This is so confusing because they all have like 2 ors. Because that one's B and that one's C. Like one of those is right. And then on this one, we know the bottom is right, right, wrong, right. So we need one more wrong. Yeah. So number 1 would be C is right, or number 2, B is right. Okay. And then this person, we know that one's right, we know that one's wrong, we know that one's right, we know that one's right. So that's 3 rights, 1 wrong. Yeah, so out of 1 and 2, out of 1 and 2, it's B again for 1, and it's C again for 2. Okay, and so then this person over here that did the worst, they said A, and then they said B. So we know the 3 correct, no, we don't know the 3 correct ones, but we know that they got number 3 correct, and they got number 6 correct. So we do still need to find one more correct one. And then we know that 5 is wrong and 4 is wrong. So yeah, it's between 1 and 2. It's A or B. Okay. If we look at everybody's papers, in order to make the most sense of it, I guess I can keep this open. In order to make the most sense of it, I have to find a correct answer that will work for everyone's paper. So like if this test, number 1 is A, then that means for everyone else they got A wrong. So the people who said B and the people who said C got it wrong, which would mean that when they put whatever they put for question 2 would have to be what they got correct. But they didn't all put the same thing correct for 2. So I think it's definitely not A. So I got it wrong on my test as well. It's definitely not A, which means number 2 is B, Oris. Okay. So that would mean this is correct for the other person that said B for number 2. So that would mean C is not correct for the top part, which would mean B is correct for the top part. So number 1 is B, General Teskin, and number 2 is B, Oris. I've done the entire test, and I will write down all of the proper answers in my notes. Nobody worry. Everything has been sorted. Okay. This looks like I'm either supposed to be seeing constellations or I'm supposed to be seeing like a land mass of some kind. But let's go next slide. Oh my. Well, this is an actual slide where I can actually see things. Okay, yeah. So the red are fighting the slightly blue. And I mean, it's brutal. It's rough. Oh, well, so they have black flags. Okay. Okay. People have fallen, but there's a lot of hats being thrown in the air. So celebration is being had. Maybe it's easier to see it all the way back here in terms of color. Not really. Okay, next slide. Funeral. Okay. We have a symbol back there that has like... It starts with like a pentagon on the exterior, but then there's a lot more going on the interior of the circle. We got a scepter. Is this the general who has crowned himself? Is that General Teskin? Okay, okay. Next slide. Okay. I believe this would be to show that they're building a railroad. So we should equate Fen Aries with railroads? I maybe already have. I'm not sure. I'll check my notes later. Okay, big celebration. No, we should equate Fen Aries with airships. Blimps? I don't really know. We got the Queen Valkyrie statue thing. We've got people having a whole big thing going on. Okay. This can't be like selected or anything, right? Okay. Next slide. We're back to the beginning. Okay, grade 6. That was a doozy. 6th graders apparently don't study very well. I think I did better on the test than everybody else. Well, no, I also got only 2 wrong. Like, most people got 2 wrong, and I also got 2 wrong. But I don't know. I just collectively didn't I do better? I didn't. We were the same. Okay. So now the important thing is going to be pathing. So I'm going to redraw. You've got to get me better pathing than this, right? Like, so we could do bedroom and then to foundation. We could, but I feel like it's a big risk. Because what if the foundation is blocked in some capacity? I have so many redraws. Surely they'll give me something that has pathing for both ways, right? Gallery is new! New! Oh my god, okay. And it has a puzzle! Okay. When did I get this? I don't remember. Something happened last time, I think, and they talked about gallery, but I don't remember what. Christopher Manson, B, 1954, acrylic and oil on canvas, collection of Mount Hawley. This is like the stuff that's showing up in the Blue Prince, in the Red Prince book. The red apple, the red fire hydrant, the red stop sign, the red rose, the red wagon. And then here it's in reverse. Kind of makes these letters look like numbers, though. A 2 and an O. And there's a P, okay? Oh. Okay, 1 second. Christopher Manson. Wait, Christopher Manson. Isn't that our culprit? Oh no, it's not here. It's in these other notes. A suspect. Oh no, that's Christoph Clark. Oh. This might be a name that I have heard and or written down somewhere, but I can't remember. Maybe I'll have to scour through my notes later and try and check. Okay, otherwise it's the same there. Oh, maybe he was the author of one of the books or something? Actual objective. Very, V-E-R-I. This is so interesting. I feel like there's clues in all of these. I'm going to have to write down all these different elements to them. Okay. The carpet scaring me. We've got the infinity symbol here, but with a whole bunch of nails sticking out of it. And then these are like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'd say the 7 deadly sins, but there may be a little like the wording is a little bit different. Is that like a British wording? Because avarice and hubris would not be things that I would know of. If I think of what they would replace, I can't remember right now. Okay, that's all just the same. And then there's just more. Okay, we still have one more painting. Okay, so we've got some shackles with, is that the Araja symbol? Kind of? At the end of the shackle there? This says thick. But, like, that one's not. So, maybe do we do something with letters that are different? Like, but what would the letter be here? The I, because that's not how you spell very? Would it be P, I, P-I something K. They could spell pink. Or C. Is there any reason to think that that a letter in here would be an N or a C? C. Pick? I don't have a clue. Oh, there's stuff here too. Okay. Huh. Nothing inside or outside of those things. Okay, what happens if I select these? Oh. 6 letters, 7 letters, 8 letters, 5 letters. Okay. Is that a B? B, W, F, P, T, S, C, D, B, W, F. Okay. So I mean there is a T, but that seems like way too easy. If I'm supposed to be spelling the word in the picture. Okay. So what would the word be here then? Because it wouldn't be P. And it wouldn't be stop. Maybe... I don't know. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, surely it's a whole word, right? It's not like letters. You just spell words. Does it have to do, so like this one is symmetry, and this one is perspective. I thought maybe it was like, like artistic elements, but I don't know what that one would be. And then this one is like, whether things are bold or not bold. I don't know what you would call that though. How many does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, infinity is like an 8. I-N-F-I-N-I to infinity. I. Give me an I. Give me an I. Dang it. There's no I. There's also no Y, so I wouldn't spell it backwards either. Okay. I want to figure out the puzzle. Thick is just so ridiculously easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I've already counted. So this has eyeballs. Can I spell eyeball? I think maybe it would be easiest if I scrolled through every single one of these and wrote down all the letters, and then I could see like what words could be made, you know? But that seems like a thing that I'd have to do like some other time. Like that's such a time-consuming thing. Okay, first things first, let's just draft the next room here. Okay. And I will obviously redraw because those were garbage. Patio is going to be great, except that it's using up my gems. I really don't want to go all the way back to the morning room. How do I still have 70 steps, though? Every time I look, I have 70 steps. Okay, so we have a gem in here. And I never got a shovel or really anything else today. Okay, so we can't go there, so we are done at this point. Because I can't draft a room to open that door. So I only got to classroom grade 6. This is so frustrating. I needed 2 more. Maybe I should have went into the foundation. Maybe that was the answer. But the same thing could have happened in the foundation. That door could have also been a security door. They oftentimes have been. Okay, so all that's left would be this gallery puzzle. I guess let me find a spot to take some notes on this, and I will do my best to figure it out. But I might have to literally just pause and come back later. I don't know. So this is the one for turn. Okay, this is the like we'll call it the wagon one. Okay, my headphones are yelling at me to please charging, so yeah, maybe we should just stop and I will finish the episode with like more information on this, but like I will have taken a break to try and figure out some of this. Yeah, that's probably what I'll have to do. Okay, how did this turn out this way? I don't even know, but I started over here and I was writing down, like I was just clicking through each letter like this, scrolling through the whole thing and writing it down. And then I would go to the next one, I'd write it down. Next one, write it down. I wrote all these down. I'll even tell you right now. So for this painting, the letter possibilities for the first slot, B, C, P, T, L, S, M, W. Second, A, E, I, O, U, H, R, T. And so I was like, I definitely think that they do... Stop walking away, Simon. I definitely think that they do want you to spell actual words because they keep putting like as the second letter a whole bunch of vowels. The third slot is V, L, R, N, T, S, O, I. Then we have D, T, H, S, I, K, V, A. Just in case someone is like wanting to follow along. They don't have the game. They want to try and figure out the puzzle. Like I'm listing them off because you guys didn't get to see me scroll through them all. Then the second to last is A, E, O, N, L, R, C, S. And last is N, D, G, R, W, T, E, Y. And I did that for these other ones as well. I'll tell you for this puzzle and I'll tell you for that puzzle. And then I'm going to tell you the thing that happened. But here, let me read through these real quick. Number 1, L, H, C, S, V, P, F, R. 2, A, E, I, O, U, H, L, R. 3, R, P, G, A, O, C, M, T. 4, E, I, U, S, T, R, D, L. What is that? Number 5? A, E, I, U, T, R, L, H. 6, H, L, T, N, R, S, E, Z. Yeah, there's a Z. And I'm like, is the Z there because we're actually using it? Like, why put a Z if we're not using it? But I feel like it might be a red herring. And then the last one is a D, E, R, N, Y, S, G, H. Those are the options for this puzzle. Now this next one is the biggest one, so bear with me here. Nuance. It's too long to be nuanced, but it does kind of look like nuances in there, doesn't it? Okay, so for this one, we have NRTDGHLM, AEIOUHRY, FNSOMRAU, AEIOUPGT, CGLNORST, NLTAEIOH, my brain, CEDSTOLU, and lastly, TYHESNRK. And so then this just happened to be the last puzzle that I did because I was just circling around the room naturally. And remember how I'd already made it spell thick? Well, you know, it did cross my mind that there's a word very close to thick that it also could be that was here as an option. But I was scrolling through the letters just like always, but usually when I scroll through them, I circle back to the beginning to make sure that I got all the possibilities, even though it was the same number of options for every letter slot. Like they all have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every letter frame has 8 options, but I would always circle back to the beginning anyway. So this was already on a T, so I cycled through all the letters and then I went back to T. This was already on an H, I cycled through them all and went back to H. Then I got here and I was cycling through and I got to the N and it just wouldn't let me click anything anymore. Which means we figured out what happens when you get the puzzle right. So this one is obviously think, because they won't let me do anything with it anymore. So it's correct. Oh. Interesting. So they write it on the little thing and everything. Okay. So we just have to figure out what the rest of these are. So if that one is think, I'm not going to read you guys the letter options for that one because it's already been solved. Fine. Okay, I'll read them. Well, actually, I can't. I cannot read the options for the last 2 letters because it locked into N too early on. So like I didn't get to cycle through them. But you guys might have seen me cycling through them a little bit in the actual, part earlier when I made it say thick. Okay, so which one are we looking at right now? Lavdan? Okay. The other one, it was thick. It was think. This one, I don't have a good place to put my book without having my head turned to you guys the whole time so that I'm not talking to the microphone anymore. Let me just turn the microphone. I don't know, maybe that will have helped a little bit. Okay. Let's not look there. Let's look here. So the other one, the word was just right there pretty much. That because, was that one to sort of get you started with all the puzzles? Like, they gave you an easy one purposefully? Or what? Because this one, if we look at words in the actual thing, it would be the word stop, which is too short. But maybe it's something close to that, because it wasn't the word thick, it was the word think. So maybe it's close to stop, or maybe it's something else in the picture. I still would have thought it had to do with something with symmetry or something like that. But we have S, but we don't have Y as an option for the next spot. So I don't think it would be symmetry. What about mirror? M-I-R... No, we don't have an R. The second R we don't have. Otherwise that would work. M-I-R, I don't know, O-R. Symmetry, mirror, reverse is too long of a word. Apple is too short of a word. What is the P for? Pause. Float. F-L-O-A-T. No. Sky. Clouds. What would somebody name this piece? This is called peace. P-I-E-C-E. No, everything's too short. What about... I feel like mirror was such a good guess there. Maybe we don't start with that one. Maybe one like this that has more information to go off of. Actual objective. That way. GNU. Very. What does any of this mean? I don't understand. Like, I feel like there are references, and I don't know the references. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. So, and there's a lot of eyeballs. So, this would be like observe or something like that. OBSERVE. Observe? I can't fit it though. I do not have a starting letter O. What about like look? LOO. I don't have a K. Okay. I already tried eyeball, right? Yeah, there's no E to start. Okay. Perspective. I feel like it's something that has to do with that. Like, the first one that we figured out, it was think. So I feel like it's all things that are telling you, like, you know, it's very cerebral. It's very cerebral, if you will. Very. VERI. GNU. Like, what does that mean? I don't get that part. I feel like that's something that's like going over my head. Very. VERI. And it's a table. The table is very. And there are eyeballs everywhere. What does that mean? There are so many letters to choose from. It's hard for me to just be like, oh, I could see the letter within all, like, I could see the word within all these letters. I can't. But it is helpful to have them all written out like that. Like, that is helping me a lot. Okay, this one, like, how do we not do this one? N, U, A. There would be no N for the next part. I thought maybe it could be like nuances. Like, we could work off the word nuance, but infinity, it doesn't start with an I, so we can't do that. Infinite, infinity, 8. What did I say that these were? These were the 7 deadly sins. SEVEN DEADLY. Everything is way too short. GLUTTONY. I mean, gluttony fits. Do I have the letters for it? G. No L. Okay. Okay, I looked up the definition for hubris and avarice. I didn't look up the 7 deadly sins. I looked up what those words mean to remind myself of what the other things are as I know them. And so hubris would be pride and avarice would be greed, which is different than gluttony, I guess. Okay. Sure. Well, neither of those words technically are going to be fitting either. Also, what is the thing on the ground? What is that animal supposed to be? Is that relevant? And, like, why is there a shark in the water? Like, warning. Warnings. How am I ever going to figure out this puzzle? I'm too dumb for this. Thick was think. It was so simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The only word here that is the right number of letters is gluttony. But it doesn't fit. But if you change one letter, like we did from thick to think, then do we have something? I don't think that there's a word that works if you just change one letter of gluttony. Gluttony. You'd have to change 2 letters. Because I don't have an N either. G. Like, let's just use that as a starting point, maybe. Maybe we can get something out of it. Oh, I've been cycling around with this one, but there is no L. Okay. GLU. T. O. N. Come on now. Oh, this one doesn't have an N. Right. And so then Y. Gyutadi. You know. Okay, if the last part isn't an N, it could be a C, an E. Stop it, Simon. Stop. Okay. A C, an E, a D, an S. No. Another T, that's silly. An O, that's also silly. An L, totally. Or a U. An L seems like a word. Either an L or an S, maybe. And so then this one would be G A G E G I G O G U G H G R or G Y. Well, let's cycle through all of them and see if anything sticks. Because the puzzle will just finish. Okay, I guess not. Let's put it back to I. And let's change this to everything. Except, like, once we get back to the L. Then let's change this. And then let's put this through everything until it gets back to the L. Okay. And then let's change it again. I'm just ruling out the possibility. Okay, we're just going to rule out the possibility of any of these options. And then we'll know if we should be working with the word in the picture or not. Have I circled around like 5 times now? Okay. R. Cycle around until you get back to the L. Back to the L. Okay. Like, this might literally just give me like some gems or something and the day is over, so I don't even need that. But, oh yeah, would there be different puzzles every time I enter the room? Because for like the billiard room and the parlor, it's a different puzzle every time. So am I finding out the answer to this for no reason? Possibly. Maybe the same ones come up more than once. Actually, I didn't have my headphones on because they were charging while I was initially going through this. Oops. Are we supposed to do the R or the Y or the E? I lost track. But some sound cue might have happened when I got that puzzle right. And there might, like, behind me, something might have already opened up or something. Maybe they're each their own puzzle. I have no clue what happened when I got the question right because I couldn't hear. How have I not gone through all these letters yet? I think I might have skipped one. Did I skip the one that was correct? Okay, see, that's back to the I. Yeah, did anything happen in here? Oh. Okay, so that dropped down. So something did happen. It doesn't look like it's if you just change the 2 letters that are not available in gluttony. But it might still be close to gluttony and you just have to change more letters. Because actually with thick, we had a C. Like, it wasn't like, oh, it's ones, I have to change the ones that aren't available, you know? So what word would be like gluttony? Like, do you want me to... Well, I can't do an L. Gravity, maybe. G-R... I didn't even check to see if there is an A. Why am I... Oh, there was. Dang it. Okay. Scroll. Is gravity the right amount of letters? Do we have the letters? I don't know. I didn't check any of that. Maybe it's more fun to just do it this way. There's no V. Is there a T down here? There is, because I remember 3 T's in a row. Because we have no N? Or, yeah, there's no N. Okay. If I could think of how this turns into think rather than it just being similar. I guess if you rotate this, it looks like an N. There's no real indication telling you, hey, rotate that so that it looks like an N. And Iraja seems like it's represented in that. Like, don't you think? I guess maybe it's not exactly the same. Maybe I'm looking way far too into it. And then what? I don't know what this is. Is this a light shining on it? And a comet? Hand? Shackle? Cosmos? Stars? Pond? Water? Moon? You know, I don't really know how we get think. But so I guess, so you've got some bins here for these bad things, right? Throw them in the trash. The door is peeking open right here. There are nails in the infinity symbol of 8. 8. Infinite. And then there's a shark fin, maybe, in the water. What? I think I might have to just leave it and just not figure out the puzzle. I might have to just leave it. Glass. Bottle. Think. Perceive is too long of a word. Signs. Signage. S-I-G-N. No. I don't know. Does this one seem like it has any? Wait. Is this one 8 letters? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I thought maybe we would take the letters on the bottle and we take the letters on the table and we put them together somehow. But do any of these other things have something that looks like it could be a symbol of a place, like the Araja one? A diamond, a pentagon, a little crown. Pentagon, little crown, no. Hourglass, heart, rainbow arch. No. Tetris piece or diamond? I don't particularly see any of those things in this. Horizon? Horizon. Oh, is this the one that has a Z? Say it ain't so. Oh, yeah, but it's way at the end. H-O-R-I... It's actually kind of close. Why do I keep getting ones that are close? Like, it's so close to spelling mirror, but it doesn't? But this doesn't have a Z. This has a Z. And I'm assuming probably doesn't have an O. Yeah. Whoops, I went past it again. Is this an N? Oh, yeah, it was right there. Oh, I thought I got it. Horizon. You know. You know, the old horizon. You ever stop and just take a look at the horizon? The horizon. Okay, well, if it's not that, it's gotta be something so close. Actual objective. That way. Far off. This one's called... I call this piece perception. I call this piece perceive. I call this piece look over there. I call this piece I see you. I call this piece you're missing something. What do you call it, sir? Just tell me and nobody gets hurt. Can we do an ing at the end? Yeah, okay. Okay, if we could do an ing, then what about, like... Is that how you would spell that? Can we do, like, verging? Because that's kind of using the letters here and here. It's not using all of them because it's not using the U. But it's kind of close. Like, it's inspired by. There's no G. Well, okay. Not verging. Then what about... We already determined it's not looking, right? L-O-O-K. Because there's no K. Looking... losing... Like, loosing? Looting? I don't know why it would be this, but this is a word. L-O-O-T. Looting. No? Okay. What about hooting? Or what about footing? Footing. Okay. What about floating? No, that's too long. Okay. What about, like, sharing? I don't know if it would even be an ing. Sharing. Like, at this point, I'm just trying to do words that fit. You know, like, that's technically a word. Sharing. Okay. If not sharing, then what about shoring? Shore it up. Okay. Oh, shaping. Like shaping the future or shading. Where's shaping? Shading. There wasn't a P? Oh, I was looking in the wrong column. Okay. I guess I've spent too long on all this. I'm just not sure. So we're going to have to save it for another time. I will take more time to look at the letter combinations that I have in my notes, but I will not be able to check them. You know, like I'll be able to look and see a whole bunch of different words that can be made, but I won't be able to check them. And I don't even know if when I get this room again, whenever that may be, I don't know if it's going to be the same pictures and the same puzzles or not. So, unless for like one last go, I can figure something out real quick. What about, is that an option? I'm not even gonna look at my notes. Let's natural. P R I, come on now. PRIN. Please. I don't think there's an N. Man, I thought we could do Prince. Because it was the Red Prince book. Is it really, once again, every letter except for one? Oh. Why do you do these things to me? Why do you make it so close, but not work? Okay. Man, that stinks. Mirror doesn't work. Prince doesn't work. The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. Epson. Sinclair. Simon. Simon. Okay. The Red Prince. P. The Red Prince. PRIN. Oh wait, no, there's no N. I was gonna say, what about if I spell Prince the other way? Okay. The Red Prince. Communism. Yeah, I guess I'll have to save it for some other day. I think it would maybe just be a lot more resources. Gems, possibly coins. Because usually these chests, like, they look like what I dig up when you find the coffers of Mount Holly. And those usually just have gems in them, or sometimes gems and coins. So maybe if you get all 4 puzzles, these open up and you just get extra resources, which I don't need right now anyway. But I'll work on it. We'll see if we can think of anything. But that's probably going to have to be it for today. Wait, what does this say? Small chamber dedicated to the exhibition of art, ideal for showcasing smaller series and collections. Before its passing, H.S. Sinclair personally selected the artwork that was displayed here each year, purposefully omitting the composition titles to leave the interpretations of each piece for the viewers themselves to realize. So it looks like in the picture, it's the same as what we are looking at. So I don't think that the puzzles are going to change. It's rare, so I don't know when I'll get back to it, but maybe once you know, which would be nice. I don't know. Okay. But I wanted to check, so sleeping mask, vault key, car keys, patio, the door, I can't get past it. So we're done. Okay. That was a whole situation. Call it a day. Call it. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot. But at least we got to see a new room. That was really cool. Mount Holly mid-sized campus. 6 classrooms, and a library. I'm not even sure. Did I choose to add that gallery? Or did that just get added for some other reason? I can't remember. But okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye now.